Welcome, everyone, to the third episode of I-47 Uncensored. I'm your host, Joe Major, along with Soothzilla himself, Matt.
Yes, hello. Yes, if you're wondering what the name is for, I just recently started my own channel, Sleuthzilla, on YouTube. Right now, I'm doing some playthrough videos of Gotham Knights. It is a game.
On PlayStation 4 or 5?
5.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance. Speaking of superhero games, I've been playing my PS5 a lot, and the new Spider-Man game, and I say new because it's the remastered version, even though it came 2 years ago. It's fucking phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
It's hilarious to me because I've been sitting here and saying, well, I'm going to start off and backtrack a little bit. So, did I ever tell you the story about what happened between the war between me, Xbox, and my achievements?
Yeah, you told me the story. You didn't tell YouTube the story, but you told me
the story because this is basically why I'm angry every single day of my life. Back in 2011, I was achievement hunting like a whore, right? Total slut for it, would do anything for it. So me and my cousin were trying to get every achievement that we could possible in games that were out. At the time, I gave him my account so that he could work on the achievements. I did not know at the time he was using a modded console.
Yes.
For whatever reason. So any accounts that were linked to that console were banned and, so on.
Right.
So we had gotten the Gamerscore up to over 300,000. And I was on top of the world. I was like, bitches left and right. You know what I mean?
I'm sure.
There was a point where I'm like, okay, this is good. Fast fucking forward. Now I started my Xbox account in 07. So from 07 to 11, that's about, give or take 4 years worth of gaming. Games that are not even today, servers aren't even online yet. So I had achievements from the, this is timestamps. So we're going back to, it's in my new Xbox profile now, because I'll explain a little bit more. So from 07, my first achievement was like one of the Dead or Alive ones, because I didn't even really know about it. And I'm like, what the fuck are Xbox achievements? Because I didn't know until it unlocked. I just bought the console and was just keep playing a game because it wasn't a thing. We didn't have trophies. We didn't have anything like that. I was like, oh, that's cool. It tells you they unlocked something. And then I go and I was like, what the hell is a Gamerscore? And then per game, you would just add these little collectible things.
Right.
So forth. So in 07, I was like, this is the fucking bee's knees. I was like, this is so innovative. This is so cool. So, way to just tell your friends, fuck you, I got this. And I was like, I want to get them all. It's like Pokemon or a crack addiction, one or the other. And I sat there and I practiced so many games to try and get every achievement because I don't know, it's like a form of validation that I was like better than everyone else.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. If I really like the game to begin with, I'm a bit of an achievement or nowadays trophy since I'm on PlayStation. A trophy hunter too.
Most of the people transferred, and this is where kind of like the fun kind of went away. All my friends at the time who had 360 went over to PS4.
Yep, so, I'm one of them.
I'm on Xbox One and doing what I need to do. Now I have a PS4 no matter what. Get the exclusives, Uncharted, God of War, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And PlayStation introduced achievements, what did that be, like 2 years after the PS3's lifespan or some shit like that, or trophies, just to compete. And Nintendo said, fuck that, we're not touching those. And I was like, all right, cool. So I had all my games, I got all my accounts and everything, and then one day I'm sitting there, I turn on my Xbox in 2015. Keep in mind.
Yeah.
This is 4 years after the events of that, me lending my account out to my cousin. And I was like, all right, this is weird, because I got a message on fucking Microsoft said your account has been, it was like suspended because it wasn't banned,
For shame.
Yeah, and I was like, suspended for what? And to be honest, I'd fucking forgot about it, because it's been 4 fucking years.
Yeah.
So I called them up, and they said, oh, well, there's just some, suspicious activity linked to your account. And I'm like, with all due respect, my account, and I showed them all the documentation on the proper ownership. These are my home Xboxes. And in the Xboxes, you can link that this is your home Xbox. And we actually came to an agreement, and this was like one of the hardest, I'm making this sound so fucking dramatic, but it was one of the hardest things in my life, where they said, you can keep your games, you can keep your downloadable content, but your achievements are ours. And I was like,
Oof.
For breaking the terms and conditions.
Yeah.
So it went from 300,000 to like 5,000 or whatever it was because it was just on the 360 games for some fucking reason. I kept all my Xbox One games. And then they said, oh, by the way, you can't go back and re-unlock those achievements. And I said, what? He said, yeah, it's permanently locked to the account where I can't go and unlock them again. And I was like, that's fine. I'll just create a new account. So I created a new account, linked up both the accounts to the home Xbox so I can still play all my games on one account.
Okay.
And I said, fuck, I guess I'm going to have to go back and earn all these achievements. I didn't give two shits about the timestamps or anything at the time. So I just wanted to unlock them. But I'm like, fuck, like a lot of the games I can't go back and get because a lot of them were day one achievements when consoles launched. They were online multiplayer games that are no longer available. Madden games that the servers are completely shut down. And it fucking killed me. Because it felt like 7 years of progress was just gone overnight. And I'm like, I don't even know if I want to keep playing fucking Xbox anymore. Do I just go over to PlayStation or do I go over to Nintendo? No, of course, I'm going to have, obviously doing both. But I said to myself, no, I want my fucking achievements back. But even though I can't get most of them because the servers are shut down. And quite frankly, it dawned on me like throughout the last couple months where I'm like, am I playing a game for the achievements or am I playing a game to actually beat the fucking game? And that to me bothered me to fucking no end. Because it's what is the game actually over? When I'm done, and then some of the achievements, first of all, you had the Xbox Live Arcade, you had the Microsoft Store, you had the discs. It was easy to be able to just play one game, do the achievements, move on. Now with Game Pass and all the subscription services, Jesus fucking Christ, you can download a new game every 5 days and go get more achievements. And now that it's coming down to the fucking PlayStation marks your trophies down to the millisecond.
And PlayStation now has its own. I have it. It has its own version of Game Pass.
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus Extra. There's also PlayStation Plus Premium, but that one's a little too expensive.
Yeah, I saw that.
I have Extra.
$20. So anyway,
but I do Extra, and it's a pretty good deal. They got good games on there.
So anyway, that was my big dilemma: was do I just go to PlayStation and just start there? I'm like, fuck. Then I have to go back and play all the Madden games, get the easy trophies. Dumb shit, like that, because it's just it fucked up my head. So to this day, it fucks me up because what am I actually going to buy a game for on the console? Am I going to buy it on PS5 so I can actually enjoy the graphics? Do I play it on Xbox because I want to get the achievements, or do I fucking play it on Nintendo Switch because I can take it anywhere? Anyway, so yeah, I'm sitting here fucking pissed because I feel like 7 years of my life went into this fucking account, and it was just gone. And I know it's like this. I could be worrying about world peace or some shit. That's obviously more important than a fucking gamer score. But to me personally, I had an attachment to it because it was something I wanted and something I worked hard to get. Right. So it bothers me to no end, and that's why actually, if you look at my new Xbox profile account, I got, I went from 300 Gamerscore and I have 50,000. It is what it is. There's people over there in the fucking millions, and, I feel like I was trying to catch up to that. And in the bottom of my Gamerscore description, it says, RIP my original Gamerscore.
Wait, really? Literally that?
Yeah, and then I have it's the dates listed from when I started my account to when I lost my account.
Oh my god. Yeah. That's kind of morbid, but okay.
So it's kind of funny, but it pisses me off, and it's not because they reset the Gamerscore, because I can get over that. It's they shut down the servers for some games, and I think that's what bothers me more, is that I can't go and enjoy games that people, and granted, people aren't playing anymore, but, I feel like after a long consideration, the trophies and achievements, to be honest, I personally hope that, I know it's not going to happen because there's such a community for it, I hope it just dies. I think Nintendo was doing the right thing where it's, their exact statement on why they didn't do achievements and trophies was focus on the game, enjoy it, play it, don't worry about prolonging your gameplay. And I was like, holy shit, that's right.
I thought Switch does have achievements.
Oh, they said they weren't doing them. Because
I could have swore when Vinny and I were playing Smash Bros, we were unlocking achievements.
They have in-game rewards achievements, not a gamer score or a trophy score.
Okay.
So if you play the game, it's in the fucking game, you could unlock stuff. But it's not tracked. So, yeah. Anyway, so my point was, it's fucking bullshit, and then it just kills my motivation to actually play games. So, I don't know, man. What do you think about the whole Xbox, or my situation, I guess, with would you try to start over, or because now I'm just playing games that I look like I'm gonna enjoy, but then there's a part of me where it's like, oh fuck, I want to go back and get all those games, but I can't because the servers are shut down or the games are taken off. You know,
Well, no, I mean, if that were to happen to my my gamer score, I mean, I would probably just never really play those games ever again, because you know, I would just feel like I would be doing it with the specific intent to you know, unlock those achievements back. But that was also a big issue during the 360 PS3 era that's kind of gone away now mostly, is that there were a lot of multiplayer achievements during that era, like a lot.
oh,
Like for things like Gears of War, you know, like one of the achievements is to just, I think, hours of playtime like in the multiplayer, and that, you know, involves being able to play the game during its lifespan. You know, eventually the game's lifespan disappears.
I get that it's a grind and it's a reward for you being able to say that you did that, but to be able to take it away, and it fucking sucks because it's like, I don't, you know, do I need validation on fucking, you know, Project Gotham?
It gives a time limit too on like when you can do it, because if it's a multiplayer game, you know, you don't really necessarily know how popular the game is going to continue to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, for a franchise like Call of Duty, I mean, yeah, maybe you got a little bit of safety there, but
it's not that I played every single game. I just wanted to go play the games that I got all the achievements on. I just want to go do it again, but I can't do it because the Halo servers are shut down for 360.
Right.
Madden servers are shut down. Fucking even if the servers are up, like Disney Infinity is all shut down. It's fucking annoying because and contradicting, anybody that actually were to start playing gaming now can't go back and even get those because they weren't born or whatever the hell the reason was. And Microsoft, for some fucking reason, puts a little like icon on your profile that says, "Oh, you've experienced 7 years of Xbox." I'm like, "No, bitch, it's actually been 12." But fuck you. You know? So
yeah, they give you like an anniversary date.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I lost,
but don't give you anything for it though.
No. Oh no! Oh, not speaking of giving anything for it. Not to mention, you would have. They used to do missions, so they were achievements that were timed. So you could only do it like this weekend, and it would add to your account. You could do a day one achievement because you played the game on this. There is no actual way to complete the fucking. It's ridiculous. I personally, at this point in my life, I think they should just end the program and do what Nintendo is doing, and stick to the.
No, I like trophies. I like trophies. I like achievements. I think they just add more to the lifespan, you know, of a game. They give you goals, you know, within the game to try and do.
Some of them make you rage quit like up the ass. Like the biggest one in growing up was Dead Rising. It's like that was the point where achievements were like, okay, maybe we're getting a little too far here. Was play the game straight for 7 days without dying or getting caught.
Right.
Like, who the fuck is going to play the game for... Oh, yeah, by the way, you can't quit or die, or turn the Xbox off. That's it. Just 7 days straight.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that, but I personally...
ridiculous. Like, one in Halo
I think taking away the trophies or whatever would now, especially now, because it's so ingrained into gaming, for me, it would certainly make replaying some games more boring. I think the trophies really add replayability to games that I might not necessarily replay otherwise. But yeah, I personally like them, but I do agree that there's.
Nowadays, bullshit.
Nowadays, it's handled a little bit better. Like, more video games don't really do multiplayer achievements, or at the very least, it's an achievement that you can do in multiplayer, but like you can also do it in like a single player mode or something.
The games like Skylanders or Disney Infinity, it was like, oh, play a 4-game multiplayer. You mean I gotta find somebody who is playing who else has 4 different fucking portals?
That's why I'm glad I never jumped in. I knew from the jump that was such a lost cause of like a gaming idea. It's literally those games were DLC the game. The game thrived on you buying more things for the game. I knew that wasn't gonna last, especially with the prices of those little figures. You know, like some of them were upwards of like only $15 each.
Bro, I bought every single one of them. I don't want to hear it.
Like 3 of the which means you probably spent like close to like fucking over $1,000 on that thing.
I got all the amiibos up to this day, all the Disney Infinity figures, and most of the Skylanders. And you know what the fucked up part is? I want to go back and play those games because I want to actually put them to use and see if it was fun. But again, I don't know. It's a personal, like, yes. Did we break the Microsoft terms and conditions? Unexpectedly, yes. Do I want them to reverse this and give me my achievements back? I mean, it'd be fucking pointless because I already have 2 accounts now, so, you know, fucking defeats the purpose. What I'd ask them to do in a perfect world, just put those fucking games servers back online. Like, why is Halo 4...
That costs money.
How? How does it cost money to turn a fucking switch on?
To run the for starters, the servers run on electricity, and that costs money.
Yeah, I'm sure they can fucking afford it. Pardon me, I'm eating a bag of chips out of anger.
For like what maybe like 100 players or something. No, they're not gonna do that. That's
don't even let's get into mobile gaming. Yeah, so mobile games have achievements. So
mobile gaming is a mess, though.
Yeah, it's a pain in the fucking dick, bro.
Mobile gaming is what led to a lot of the problems we have in regular gaming now. Like, so many mobile games made so much money, particularly off of people that aren't necessarily like traditional gamers. Like, there's a lot of mobile gamers that only play, like, say, Candy Crush, but they started doing all the microtransactions.
Yeah, 2012, Angry Birds came out. Like, that to me was the beginning of mobile gaming.
That was the game that really started a lot of the problems. It made so much money off of in-game purchases that now every game company wanted to make that kind of money in their $60 game. What?
Is that where the free-to-play games came from? Was just the mobile idea?
Well, for free-to-play is like kind of a response to the fact that people aren't willing to spend even more money on a game that they just spent like $60 on.
I'd rather spend $60. Well, I can't even say that now. I'm saying I would rather spend $60 on a full game, but no game for a full fucking game because you got downloadable content, than buy. Oh, by the way,
and Fortnite, also loot boxes too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fortnite's free, but if you want all the costumes, you got to pay $5 each. Like, I don't know.
A little more than it's more than that, but it's all just cosmetic. It's not anything that actually benefits you, or it's not anything that adds like content to the game. You can still do all the things that anybody else can do. You just maybe won't look at like the character you want. Is all. So like Fortnite is one of the few games that I would say figured out how to do it well. You know, that they've, arguably some of their pricing maybe could be a little better, but at the very least, their system is probably the best out of any free-to-play game. Because there's a lot of ways you can earn V-Bucks without even spending money, or at least spending very minimal money. Like, you buy one battle pass, and there's enough V-Bucks in that battle pass to get you the next one.
I hate that fucking concept of season passes.
It gives you something to do. It gives you something to do. Without those season passes, you don't actually have anything you're really striving for other than winning a round.
I don't know. That's why I don't play Battle Royale games or multiplayer games. I think that's just it. I just don't play multiplayer games. Because I hate playing with somebody else. Because it started from the achievement era, where it was, are you telling me that I can't do this unless, like, even one in Halo 3 was like infamous for being dumb. It was, you had to be shot up in the air by an elevator and happen to strike somebody in the back while coming down, and not touching the floor. It was like, well, how rare of a scenario does that have to fucking be? You know? And so to me, it was just like, all right, you're telling me that I can't do this unless somebody else sets it up with me?
What Halo is this?
Halo 3.
I don't remember that being an achievement.
It was either Halo 3 or Halo Reach. One of them was an online achievement. And anybody is listening to this, they know if they know what I'm talking about, they know what I'm talking about. It was fucking absurd. Yeah, you had to literally go into like an elevator shaft or a fucking like one of those jumping things.
Yeah, yeah.
And melee somebody or do an execution while they're on their back before touching the ground while coming out of the elevator. It's like, how rare of a scenario do you have to, like, and it's just getting fucking ridiculous. That's why I don't know. And it kills my fucking motivation as a game collector. So it's like, I got my game collection. I got everything cataloged, and I'm using my catalog right now as like the means of like my whole collection. But like, I go on and play my Xbox games, and I'm like, do I even want to play this on Xbox, or could I just get it on Switch and I can take it with me and not have to worry about fucking achievements? So I don't know. And that's all I gotta say about this, is that fuck achievements, fuck Xbox, and I'm still gonna buy their Ultimate Game Pass.